Good evening, race fans. Welcome to the Core Racing Network's live coverage of the 191 Motorsports. That's right. This is live here tonight. Don't change your channel. You are at the right spot. This is the makeup race from this past Sunday. We're going to be here at Daytona International Speedway under the lights. So, I mean, why not? A little Friday night lights action for everyone out there in Sierra Nation. Should be a good one, 100 laps on tap. This is race number 14. They're going to be racing two races over 3 days. So they got the race here tonight at Daytona, and then their typical Sunday night race will continue with North Wilkesboro in just 2 days. So definitely two completely different tracks here for the weekend. This one here, wide open, white knuckle, and a lot of bump drafting, a lot of side drafting, a lot of just make it to the end. Just find a way to make it to the end. Make it to those last 5-10 laps and then figure it out from there. And then North Wilkesboro, kind of same thing. Just find a way to make it around that track. Make your way to the end. Don't lose it in either of the corners. It's not going to be easy itself either. But we'll talk about that on Sunday. Tonight we got Daytona under the lights. Carlin, we're joined in the booth by Jimmy Covert. Jimmy, happy Friday night, buddy.
Yeah, happy Friday night. I guess I couldn't find a better place to be. So here we are at Daytona with the 191 Motorsports drivers. So they asked if they can make up their race this week, and well, we had the time. So we are here to put on the race here. 100 laps at Daytona. I called them a little crazy. I mean, it's a long time out there. There's 15 of them. And anybody is more than capable of winning here, and it's like who could survive, who can make the least amount of mistakes. How hard are they going to push extremely early on? I would like to say there's going to not be a couple love to hears, but there might be here tonight. We'll see what happens on the track for sure. We'll try to keep everybody contained. So if you just got your favorite driver out there, keep us keep rooting them on. Let us know you're there, and yeah, we're glad that who can show up on a Friday night is here. So I see Renee out there, Mike's out there as well, and I'm sure Barry's probably wondering why his alerts are going off. He'd probably show up here later too.
He may need a text message from me. I might have to send him a message. Hey, by the way, we're running tonight. But either way, looking forward to it. Looking forward to the action out there. Again, this is race number 14 of 20. So we're definitely in the back half of this schedule. After Sunday night, we'll be going down to the final 5 races of the season. And the way it looks right now, Levi Poland in the lead in the points by 5 over Mike Casey. Then you got Matthew Jordan, Billy Rickett, Justin Spengler for your top 5. We're going to pull in real quick Scott Henderson as we're done with qualifying. I want to talk to Scotty Henderson a little bit. Scotty, first of all, you got the 72 up there in 6th place. Probably the most important qualifying session of the year here at Daytona. Qualifying means so much.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's been great. I didn't know I got 6th. That's right. Awesome. Yeah, it's been crazy. I just got a brand new Moza wheel, so it's going to be exciting. This is my first race with it. So we're going to see what we can do here.
Well, listen, I mean, you're in 10th in the points coming in. Your average start is 13th, so you're already, halfway better than that already. But we got to work on those finishes, average finishes of 12th. What do you think is the plan here tonight? Is it just kind of find a little pocket and settling in, or are you looking at maybe going towards the back and riding a little bit? It's 100 laps out here is gonna be a long time.
Yeah, I'm hoping if I can stay out of any trouble, then hopefully I'll be good. Being up in front, hopefully I can stay out of any type of entanglement, and just try to see what I can do here at the end.
And don't be the cause of the entanglement as well. Yeah, that's a big thing.
That's true. That's true. But I've been working on the setup on here, and it's been good. But I'd like to say Paul Helms has helped me out a lot with my setup, so I gotta give him kudos for helping me out. And I'd like to also shout out to Ken's Cup and Vision One for keeping us going.
Yeah, it's definitely anytime you get something new, it's that that new car smell. It feels good. You feel so much more, and it definitely takes some time kind of tweaking it and getting into your happy spot though, because there's whether it's getting more Newton meters or getting different pedals, anything like that, they're going to be better, but you still need to find out how they feel good for you. So wish luck out there. Before we let you go and get out of here, anybody else you want to give a shout out to or thanks to?
Nope, that's about it. Let's say hi to my wife. She's watching tonight, so it should be fun. So Well, we're going to go racing here in a second. I'll hopefully see you at the end.
Absolutely. Well, good luck to you out there, buddy.
All right, thanks.
That is Scotty Henderson, the driver of the number 72, qualified in 6th. But you see the drivers out there pacing. We're done with qualifying. We're ready to get this thing underway, but we got a nice little pace lap going here for Daytona. So, Jimmy, why don't you give us a rundown of tonight's starting order?
Tonight's starting order here on Friday Night Lights, or 191 Motorsports, delayed race from the ice. Jason Crispin will take the pole over Matthew Jordan. Zane Bierman qualifies up in P number 3 with Michael Casey starting in 4th. Tyler Miles back there in 5th. Scott Henderson in 6th. Matthew Radford will be starting in 7th. Levi Poland and Tony Brennan and Bradley Worley will make up your top 10. And Paul Helms, Chris Perry, Travis Noble, Billy Rickett, and Justin Spengler for our 15-car field. A few drivers are electing not to waste the time, Carl, and maybe they're just kind of hang out in the back for 90 laps before they make their way to the front. So, it's going to be an interesting one here. The points race is pretty close. If the points leader would have a bad race, or somebody chasing the points leader would have a bad race, things can get a big shift here quickly, as everybody's going to be pretty much on the same screen. I don't think I'm going to have to use the far cameras too often here tonight. To kind of catch everybody where they're at. As you can see, they're all fit on the screen at the same time. So, but it's going to be a good one here tonight. I think tonight they're going to get things done the way it needs to be done. So here we go. The pace car is in. Get ready to go to green.
Green flag waving here, and I know it won't be the first green that we see, because we'll have the comp caution as usual. But it'll be a little interesting here. I mean, I assume the comp caution is going to be at lap number 25, like we typically do, but I could be close to the end of a full fuel run as well. So we'll see how everything kind of plays out here. Some bump drafting already through turns 1 and 2. But they head to the backstretch for the first time, and we are officially racing here at Daytona.
And missing the track map. Everybody wants to know where we're at, located, right? Yeah, I'm down there in turn number 3, coming out of 4, getting ready to go down the trioval. Number 98, Jason Crispin, is trying to get the first lap led here tonight, but that outside, getting a good run here. As you see, Scruffy and the 6 working together just a little bit, but it does look like the 98 will pull this one out and lead the first lap.
See the field slowly starting to kind of settle into a single lane. Still got some drivers out there on the outside, and hopefully this is kind of how it settles in. You can run 2 wide comfortably here at Daytona. It's when it starts to get 3 wide, and when somebody gets crazy enough, stupid enough, whatever you want to call it, to try and push a 4 wide, that's when incidents happen. But definitely too early for 3 wide right now, but the outside line working pretty nicely right now. Matthew, Scruffy, Jordan now taking the lead here in lap number 2 right here, and he's going to lead this lap, getting pushed there by Mike Casey and the 97 out there. 3rd in line, Matthew Radford, and then trying to see that, I believe it is Scott Henderson is the 4th one in line there on the outside line. So 4 cars on the outside line. Everybody else files down towards the inside, and we mentioned several times, Jimmy, that there's kind of 3 different ways to tackle Daytona. I'm a broken record. 3 different ways to tackle these super speedways. Get out front and try and get away from all the incidents behind you. Drop way to the back, but close enough to the draft that you can avoid any kind of incidents happening in front of you, or just be an idiot or insane and like to run right in the middle of the battlefield and try and avoid the caution somehow through the middle. But here with only 15 cars, maybe a little bit more freedom to kind of mess around, do a little bit of different things here. Not saying they can't have a big one with 15 cars, but a little bit less than we're typically used to seeing here.
Yeah, and you see them the field in single file here early on, only 4 laps in, and I think they're in for obviously the long haul, kind of realizing maybe what they got themselves into tonight. 100 laps is a long time here at Daytona. The laps are right around 45 seconds. So, if they could stay together, they can get most of the laps kind of knocked out. It's going to come down to them green flag stops, though. And They were practicing pit stops during their little practice session that they had here, because, obviously the drivers were like, well, what kind of real practice do you need at Daytona? Well, you hit the nail right on the head. Pit practice, get in there and try to nail your entries without sliding, hitting your box without sliding through it, because it can make a world of difference. You can come in with a group of 5 people, and you're the turd that can't get in in and out of the box the right way. You find yourself left behind, and you can go a lap down, and you don't want to lose the draft here. The draft being your biggest friend here, it helps you save fuel. You'll probably see some of the drivers up front maybe even give up the front, because basically the lead car is the car that uses the most fuel, and can find themselves, whether it's a lap or even more than a lap less. So I'm sure these drivers back behind number 23 are just kind of coasting right now and using partial throttle, but you can see how the group is kind of split up into 2. Being led by, I believe that is Paul Helms in the second. So Paul Helms is essentially using now the same amount of fuel as Scruffy Jordan, as he's just outside of that draft. Now these cars back here, obviously, that include the 34 of Chris Perry, Travis Noble, Billy Rickett, and Levi Poland in the back of the pack here. They have to work together, or kind of keep pace or keep up with that group in front of them, because they can fall behind here, and if they get too far spread out, they can really lose a draft, and then they can go, they can get lapped and all the fun stuff. But maybe some people back here, kind of the 70 there, Travis Noble, kind of sticking out, like maybe seeing if Billy Rickett's going to go with him, but make a move and try to push a little bit faster than what the number 64 is doing. So the 70 of Travis Noble going high with Billy Rickett and Levi Poland going with them as well. Going to pass up the 64 and 34. Change that back line up just a little bit. So hopefully these 5 cars will get back together and hook back up. But right now out front is still the number 23 of Matthew Jordan, with Mike Casey, Jason Crispin, Zane Bierman, and Tyler Miles for your top 5.
So dropping in the back and kind of having your own little pack is fine, but you can't use that front pack, and that's what they're doing right now. They're dropping back a pretty good amount. There's 3.5 seconds almost separating the front pack to now Travis Noble leading that second pack, and I think Levi Poland was more than happy to drop back there and just kind of ride around for a little bit. But I should say you don't want to do this in the last 75 laps, because again, we're going to have the comp caution that brings everybody back together regardless. But once it gets to actual racing here, you don't want to lose that back, because it's so hard to get those back drivers hooked up, driving straight together, and you really need to be pushing. Sometimes you need to be swapping positions to kind of get the run going. It's not exactly easy to run that second pack and try and run back up to the field that you've dropped back behind. But that's kind of more talk for the second half of the race. You're seeing it right now, but I think just more comfortable filing back there, and hopefully these drivers realize that they got another 16 laps till, I guess, kind of the official race starts, the official 75 lap race.
Yeah, and I mean, I could see somebody towards the end of the, when they know that comp cautions come out, if they have enough fuel, start trying to make a move. That caution's going to come out. That everybody's going to kind of get grouped back up together. So, why not try to make a move, right before that comp caution, and see what you can muster up in that amount of time. It kind of give you a good gauge of when you should start making a move, when it comes down to the end of this race, after 100 laps are complete. But right now, it's, Scruffy's out front, just kind of pedal to the metal, just follow the yellow line, and, some drivers like Mike Casey just kind of, easing around, just hold up, is just on Scruffy's pace. And, we've seen this Scruffy pretty much at the super speedways, one of the cars that seems to be up front, like for the majority of the race, either leading or just right up there with the top of the pack. So I know definitely knows his way around the super speedways. So not a bad person to follow up there right now. But right on board here with Justin Spangler in the top 8. He's at the tail end of the lead lap, I believe. So yep, Scott Henderson's still on that train as well, and Matthew Radford as well. Travis Noble is the start of the second pack there. You see it now, our stretching is starting to even increase, 3.9 seconds. And it's only been a few laps. We're on lap 11. They still have 15 laps to go. So this gives you a good indicator how strong the draft is, even though they're a group of 5.
We mentioned Scruffy leading at Daytona. He did win the season opener at Daytona. Only led 8 laps there. And when we had Talladega, only led 3 laps there. So not necessarily the one leading the pack, but he was up there in both of them. Finished 5th at Talladega, and both these super speedways so far this season. Matthew Jordan has definitely played a role and winning one of them, winning the season opener. So looking to go and sweep Daytona for this season, but still got a long way to go. Right now he leads. Michael Casey, Jason Chrisman, Zane Bierman, and Tyler Miles for your top 5. Brendan Worley, Spengler, Henderson, and Radford for your top 10. I want to thank everyone out there for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and get you in touch with everything that CRN has to offer. I want to shout out our sponsors, One Vision EMS and Transports, and a special shout out to Kim's Cups and More. Didn't get a chance to thank Kim and Wade for that matter this Sunday night, but me and Jimmy have some new T-shirts that we can now wear with CRN big proud broadcast logo on the front of them, and all thanks to Kim's Cups and More. So definitely a thank you to Kim and also to Wade for kind of hooking us up together there. So we really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's one thing, you obviously get these sponsors, they reach out and they're with these leagues, and Kim and Wade has been around through a bunch of the series now, and has helped out in more ways than one, and can't say thank you more enough when they send a little gift like that for obviously trying to get the word out. Hopefully they're getting some business. If you guys looking for whatever they can provide, go visit them over there on their Facebook. I'm sure if you want a CRN shirt, and the ones that we got, they're just why wouldn't you, right? So it's a nice just plain black T-shirt with the CRN logo on there, and just something nice and simple, but it makes a statement. And you never know when you're walking around, you might bump into somebody downtown and be like, hey, I watched that channel, or hey, I seen somebody racing. So you never know. Small world out there, that's for sure. But right now, maybe not so. It's a pretty small, not a real small track, but small enough that they might get sick of it here tonight. But right now, Matthew Jordan's still out front, burning up that fuel. But looking like the number 97 of Matthew Radford maybe listening, knowing that caution flag's coming up, and maybe stick his nose out there, see what he can do. But no friends to help him on that outside this time around.
Well, that's what you're going to need here tonight at some point or another. You're going to need friends if it gets to that final 75 laps when you're coming in to make those green flag stops. You're going to need friends. You're going to have to come in together, because you come in by yourself, you're not going to get the draft. And even if you bingo your pit stop and everybody else kind of botched it a little bit, when they catch you, they're going to just freight train right by you, and you better hope you can get a sniff of the side draft as they go by to try and latch onto the back of it, because it's amazing what 15, 20 miles an hour can do compared to to your speed being that much slower. I mean, they just blow right by you, and there's really not much you can do about it. But should be seeing caution flag come out here in about 9 laps, so a little over halfway to the comp caution here tonight, and we'll see who wants to lead here up to the comp caution. Right now, it is Matthew Scruffy Jordan leading the way, but definitely some dancing going around out here.
Well, there might be maybe Henderson. I've just got some insight that Henderson might be dancing around, listening to the Wiggles.
So moving on, whatever floats your boat out there. That's all I can say. I mean, listen, some drivers actually enjoy listening. I mean, regardless of if it's Wiggles or not.
Do we got some Swifties out there?
I mean, exactly. Some people can listen to music while they're driving, and actually prefer listening to music while they're driving. I can't. I mean, In the endurance races, I like a spotter in my ear. I don't mind, a little bit of chatter. But other than that, I need to be in there. I like listening to the car. I like listening for my shift points. Listening even to my, how much I'm braking going into these corners, the revs. Like I like to feel very in tune with the car. Now, am I the best driver out there? Absolutely not. But it's my comfort zone. I couldn't imagine listening to music, and I mean, some people are blasting rock music while they're out there driving. I'm a fan of rock music as much as anybody else there, but I don't think I could do it while I'm driving.
Carl, sometimes with background noise, for me anyways, it makes me focus more. So yeah, there might be music in the background or something going on. It makes me focus more on what I'm doing. Unless I'm just chilling watching TV and there's like all kinds of noise in the background, I think I could turn the TV all the way up and I'd still hear the kids playing in the other room or something like that. I always have but that's always when I'm watching TV. But when I'm doing anything else, if I'm working, driving, stuff like that, I don't mind having background music. When people are chattering on the radio, it doesn't bother me. It's I guess it just, each person's different, but for me, it just kind of puts me in like a hyper focus kind of zone, and just kind of focus on what you're doing right in front of you. I guess because in the Navy, the whole time I was the whole space that I worked in, when there's 30, 40 people, we're all sitting next to each other, HF radios going off, and 10 different stations that you were listening to, and you'd hear one go off and you'd be like, hey, somebody answer such and such phone over there, so they can pick it up. And they're like, Chief, how do you know how to do that? How do you know who's talking? So, but yeah, it's I guess different. I don't know. Everybody's a little bit different when it comes to what they like and comfort. Somebody's probably out here one hand drinking a beer, rocking out to some Swifty music or the Wiggles. I mean, whatever it may be, but we're out here to watch them here tonight. Matthew Jordan leading the way here. We're coming up on lap number 21, so that comp caution looking mighty close here soon. Can they make it to that comp caution on one tank of fuel? I guess we're about to find out.
Listen, if I find out you're out there listening to Yanni while we're in an endurance race, might need to talk about that next endurance race and who's actually going to be spotting for you. I wouldn't be able to keep focus with 5 hours of that. I could do 5 stints like that. But hey,
you didn't hear it last time, did you?
Right, you're right. Well, so far so good. These drivers are maybe understanding. Hey, we don't really need to race right now. We can just kind of settle in here. We got the comp caution coming up, and we can get to some racing after that. But really, again, we don't need to see racing. I mean, we'd like to see racing, but we don't really need to see it for another 70 laps until you can really, get after with about maybe 10 laps to go is when you should see the drivers kind of start amping up a little bit and really going after it. But it looks like it's right close to the end of the stage. I think they're starting to get amped up here a little bit already.
Yeah, I think that's what I said. I think the 97 of a Matthew Rapper really kind of trying something. Got a run off the back of Spengler there. Was able to get all the way up alongside of the 88, all the way up to Tony Brennan up there, and P number 6. And still now you can see him kind of hugging that side of the cars solo, and you can get this huge draft. If we're looking off the back of Tyler Miles right now, and he's down there getting that side draft, trying to get as much air as possible. And a lot of drivers will do this later towards the race, and it is almost like you're almost right behind somebody. But he obviously is staying out there, keeping things safe. He does fall back in line behind Bradley Worley here as we're coming down to lap number 23. So a couple more laps, but the 97 of Matthew Bradford trying to make some moves as we look back on some of the other drivers. Levi Poland coming in the pits early.
I mean, we could see this just from the idea of coming in, making your pit stop, and then when the comp caution comes out, you don't need to come in at all.
Well, so, this is true.
It's an option. I don't know if it's the best option or not, but I mean, if we get a caution before the comp caution, it's not really going to matter either. We'll see. if this field catches up to him and is able to lap him before we get to that point. I think he was far enough ahead that they shouldn't be able to lap him. But now we got a new leader out front. The 98 of Jason Chrisman takes the lead. Zane Bierman in second. Matthew Scruffy Jordan pushed back to third at the comp caution here, and actually looks like, trying to see who was where as they're just finishing up running here. It looks like it is Jason Chrisman in the lead. Zane Bierman in second, and then Matthew Scruffy Jordan here in third as they'll get it woed up. And as you see by the dots on the screen there, trying to see where Levi Poland is. I'm seeing that he is not out there, Jimmy, because he got a black flag. 40-second hold right there. Might have been the idea that he wanted to come into the pits there, and because he was in the pits, I don't think he's going to be awarded the lucky dog here. So we'll see if they manually give him one, since he's the only car a lap down. But I mean, technically, they don't have to give it to him. This could be a huge deficit here for the points leader.
Yeah, I think a great idea. Just went wrong.
We'll see once he catches back up to the field here. The field going to pick up the pace car this next time by, so pit road not open just yet. But this is our comp caution here, and well, we got a comp caution, and while I believe, yeah, they're just picking up the pace car right now. So trying to see, it looks like, unfortunately, trying to find out where Scott Henderson is hiding on us. See if we can drag him up, and we'll go ahead and drag him up and have a little conversation with him. Scott, if you can pause your music for a little bit and talk to us. Apparently, Renee is.
Don't listen to her. Don't listen to her. She lies.
I mean, Jimmy's already admitted to listen to Yanni while he drives endurance racing, and so there's nothing wrong with listening to the Wiggles. It's okay.
Oh my God! No, I'm gonna get her. I'll get her.
Well, listen, comp caution out here. You guys kind of just settled in on that first little run. How's the car feel out there?
Oh, it feels great. Yeah, this has been awesome. I've been able to stay up in the pack and keep in really good control. So. It's been great. I think I'm gonna like this wheel.
Well, so far so good. We'll let you get to your pit stop, and wish you luck out there. Definitely keep it clean for another 75.
All right, sounds good, man. See ya.
That is the driver of the 72, Scotty Henderson. Had to pause his music for a second, so hopefully he didn't actually hit the skip button. I don't want to mess up his favorite song. But we're gonna have our first round of pit stops, and we'll see what these drivers do, because it's a track that tires really don't matter. They have 5 sets of tires altogether, so 4 in the pits. You can take tires obviously here, and while it's under caution, it's kind of, why not? Why not take tires here and just get everything cleaned up and get back out there, because it's nice. It's a nice feeling, because it's not that it gets that loose or gets that tight with older tires here at Daytona, but you do feel just a little bit more grip with brand new tires out there, and knowing that you may lose some spots if some guys decide not to take tires. That's fine. I mean, you can gain that back if you really want to in a couple laps. So we'll see how this thing all shakes out now. Now that we got the comp caution done and dusted, you see Levi Poland didn't get the lucky dog, but he will get the wave around. So it's nice that he'll be back on the lead lap. But now, Jimmy, he's got 3 less laps of fuel than everybody else. So let's see how this thing plays out, because he may have to come in.
I don't think the 91's going to be trying to lead this thing anytime soon. He's going to be trying to do the best he can to not have to come in by the pits by himself. I mean, that 3 laps, that's quite a bit of fuel here at Daytona. I know you can save a ton, but, he's got to burn a lot up just to catch back up to the field once he gets the wave around. We're still single file here, and he's already got his pit stop in. So, but we'll see, how he kind of overcomes this deficit, because it is maybe not an immediate alert alert 5 type reaction here for the 91, but does have to manage that fuel, get around here, and he wants to get around here. I wouldn't even be going all out here, like trying to catch back up. He's got plenty of time, so
put in fourth gear and go on half throttle. As long as you can make it back to the back of the field, that's all you really need to do. And if you're a spotter, that's what you're telling him to do right now. And it's a weird feeling, but that's what he's got to be locked into doing right now. Just
and he definitely is. You can hear the cars hardly buzzing.
Yep.
Yeah, he's definitely aware that he has plenty of time to catch up. I mean, he's the points leader for a reason. He did make a mistake, so to kind of catch him off guard like that at a time, and he just definitely, like I said, I can't say definitely enough, but he's definitely got to do a lot of different things to try to stay with everybody, save that fuel. Because he was trying to, basically get from the back to the front, under caution, and it would have worked if he wouldn't have got that black flag. But he's gonna have to work his way from the back to the front and save fuel. So 91's got his hands full for pretty much the rest of the night unless we have a caution. I don't know if he wants to be in that spot where he was last time, as far as being 4 or 5 seconds off that lead pack. So we'll see how Levi Poland comes through on this one. But your leader here, starting things off here after the comp caution, is going to be Zane Bierman, net number 55 machine, getting things going here tonight. What's going to get some time out front. Jason Chrisman is going to start in second. Matthew Jordan is going to start in third. Matthew Rafford now moves up to fourth. Michael Casey kind of chilling back there in P number 5. 65 of Bradley Worley. I heard Starbucks is coming his way for sponsorship. Tony Brennan. Yeah, that's for Tony Brennan. Paul Helms in 64 back in 8th. Billy Ricketts up in 9th. Travis Noble in 10th. And you got Tyler Miles in 11th. Scott Henderson, Chris Perry, Justin Spengler, and Levi Poland for your 15-car field.
Already a bit of a breakaway here from the top 6, and I'm not sure if they're enough. It's about 0.7 of a second right now. They got to get grouped up here together in this back, the second pack, and looks like they finally will do that, and they just barely got a grab of that front lead. So they're going to try and reel him back in. As far as Levi Poland back there, he's kind of got no choice. He's got to draft somebody this entire time. You see him right behind the 28 Justin Spengler, trying to get him to hurry up, trying to get him up there, and not to lose the draft of any of the cars in front of them. They're about half a second behind right now. Poland, wants to be in the back. He wants to utilize somebody's draft this entire time here, but he also, like you said, doesn't really want to fall back behind like he did last time. And right now, looks like we got a pretty sizable gap now, 1.1. The front pack has checked out again.
Yeah, but you can see him going too wide, and that's going to be a delight to some of those drivers towards that second pack there. Having them go wide, having them battle. Yeah, they're still pretty fast because there's a lot of them, but you do have them kind of broke up, and they're going to be fighting up there. So it gives them the opportunity for maybe somebody to fall back. Maybe they'll wreck. I mean, you never know what's going to go on when they're too wide. Plenty of racetrack though here at Daytona, obviously with the being to pretty much hold these things flat on the ground. Unless you're behind somebody leading a lane, I always found myself just kind of easing up, especially going into the corners, not only to save fuel, but to stop the car from drifting up off that yellow line. Always my happy place, or is my happy place for super speedways, is to be down there on that yellow line, just kind of using it as a guide to get around the track. But right now, cars shifting around just a little bit. Nobody going up to help Scruffy. He's going to go from leading the pack to maybe the back of the pack of this first pack. Will he be able to catch on?
Got to grab it real quick there. Yeah, because you fall back there pretty quickly, but he is going to be able to grab onto the back of it and reel back in Billy Rickett. Now he fell back almost close enough that Paul Helms could get a sniff of that draft, but they're back 1.2 seconds right now, and it seems like Helms is kind of the designated person to lead that second pack, whether he wants to or not. We'll see what they do here on this run, though, because now you got to worry about fuel, and we're going to have a caution on this one.
What?
I don't know why.
I think somebody quick to react there as we watch the 64 and the 40 kind of get together just a little bit, but nobody hit the wall, and I'm sure some of these cars back here will take that one, and they might even come in. You might even see some drivers come in for some fuel. Definitely Levi Poland.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think everyone should want to come in here under fuel. I mean, that track position doesn't really matter right now. Of course, you'd like to be in the lead if you want to be up there, but you can sacrifice that right now. You need to make sure that you're on the same strategy as everybody else, and I think everybody should come into the pits this time by us. We're a third of the way through this thing. I think Daniel Pinkston may have some explaining to do on this one to try and figure out what exactly happened. So, since he's not out there in the field, we're going to go ahead and bring him in here and put him on the hot seat. Daniel, we got a caution here on lap 33. Can
you got the hot finger tonight or what?
Yeah. Hot finger, fat finger, what was it?
So we've got a race control in training, and we heard a whoopsie in our Discord voice channel, and we fat fingered the button. You know, race control has its moments.
It happens. It happens. You know, it's okay. We'll just consider you a quick shooter. It's okay.
I mean, I seen a wiggle and it was a caution. I'm like, wow, amazing.
It wiggled and Daniel was done. It's okay. He pressed the button.
Must have been jamming to that wiggle music.
I told the trainee that we go off of audio cues from a specific person in that channel, and he heard that cue and he pressed the button. So he did his job.
He follows directions very well.
If I race with you guys, all I gotta say is, "Uh-oh," if I want a caution. Now I got it.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. We'll throw you back down there.
All right, thank you,
we should
gentlemen.
look that finger the rest of the way.
Hey, thank you.
That is the race admin here for 191 Motorsports. I guess one of them maybe is what I should say here. Daniel Pinkston not out there in the field with them here tonight, but we got a couple cars staying out here. So very interesting strategy as Paul Helms, Chris Perry decide to stay out and not take fuel. Honestly, Jimmy, not only am I coming in on this lap, I'm coming in on the next lap as well, and topping off of fuel and hoping that a couple more drivers come down with me, because you never know when that one extra lap is going to really pay off for you.
Yeah, this is kind of a strange choice. Not saying it can't work out for them, but you know, that was as you heard, a whoopsie moment as far as cautions go, but. You know, drivers, you know, obviously that maybe were in the back of the field, maybe wanting to get a chance to get up front and run there. So it's not a bad thing by any means. It gives them some experience of getting out front. What they do need to realize is that, you know, maybe some of the more aggressive drivers who like to be out front might be on their bumper pretty hard. So, you know, they need to make sure they keep control of their car, and the drivers that, you know, maybe are used to leading or, you know, realize that maybe they got some newer experience up at the front of the pack. So right now you're going to have Paul Helms and Chris Perry lead this thing as they are now 2 wide, working their way around the track out of turns 3, coming through 4 right now. And you have the 98 of Jason Crispin, Zane Bierman up there. Been like full-time racing. I think he's almost in every series we have these days. The 97 of Matthew Radford, Michael Casey there in the 6th. Bradley Worley's in 7th. Billy Rickett, Tony Brennan, Travis Noble, Matthew Scruffy Jordan, Tyler Miles, Justin Spengler, Scott Henderson, and Levi Poland to wrap up your 15-car field here.
We're back to racing. A good start from the inside. That's one thing that we haven't talked about too much, is you don't want to get a good start here, but Paul Helms gets a great start.
Great start.
Jason Crispin right behind him. We'll see if Crispin decides to go around or if he's going to push that number 64 now. I mean, here's the deal. You know, Helms and Perry stayed out there. They got the track position, but now they got a lot less fuel than everybody else. They got 7 laps less fuel than the rest of the field. They don't really want to lead at this point.
No.
So I'm not sure what to do right now if you're Paul Helms or Chris Perry, but I feel like you need to you need to fall in line. Certainly, you don't want to be out there 3 wide as a 34 is right now, kind of stuck on that outside line. First time we're seeing 3 wide here tonight. I don't think by choice. Certainly, was a little bump there from the 7. They're very close to the 34 in the wall now a little bit.
He's trying to keep it up there.
7 makes his way down to the bottom, but he's going to get in line. And this time by at least the entire field staying in one group, didn't spread out here this time. And the 91 is certainly thankful for that back there in 11th.
Yeah, obviously, the 34 kind of getting bounced around. So, like I said, you get a lot of pressure when you're up front. When you're in a spot that maybe you're not used to, and got a little uncomfortable, got a little wide there, tagged the wall, slowed him down, ended up being able to slide back through the field. But I'm sure was getting maybe a little nervous as the field was coming up on him, and it's kind of I wish he would have been able to kind of get a little bit closer there. He's like just on the cusp of losing the draft, and does look like he's going to lose the draft on this corner. So at 34, if gone green is going to go a lap down. There's no doubt about that one. And then he's kind of on his own until the field comes up on him like a freight train again. So he'll have to prepare himself for that probably in around 10 to 15 laps. But right now, Jason Crispin has worked his way back or up to the front around Paul Helms. Matthew Rafford is going to be in second. So you've seen some movement from the 97 towards the end of the first bit of the race before the comp caution, trying some things out. But now let's work the number 97 Ally Machine into P number 2. Zane Bierman doing what he likes to do best, try to get up front, get himself a good finish, working that outside. He's got the helps of the 6 of Michael Casey, and they're working on the outside with the 7 of Billy Rickett behind them. Bradley Worley's up there as well with the Budweiser machine. So yeah, a lot of good driving kind of going through here, and I think some drivers kind of trying some stuff out. So it's kind of, I'm glad that it looks like they're giving themselves each other like the room, but they're obviously out there, kind of mixing it up a little bit, trying a little bit. They ran the first part of the race really good before the comp caution. Now they're out here, and now they got plenty of racing to go. They're only on lap 38. We're not even at the halfway mark, so they kind of get too concerned about, oh, I'm not in the front yet. It's not the point, not the time, but maybe the shift, keep things kind of spicy out there. Try to get a position here and there, but don't make some move. Like if you know that it looks like you can't get down in front of somebody and you want to get down to that inside, you're like, nah, maybe I'll stay on the outside and just let lose a couple positions because it is so early on. But the lead has changed again once more. Michael Casey has now worked his way up to the front with the 7 of Billy Rickett right behind him.
I think the other thing that this drop back from Chris Perry, it hurts Paul Helms as well, because he's the only other one that's on the same pit strategy right now. So if this thing stays green and they get to green flag pit stops, Helms is going to be stuck going in by himself as well. So, I mean, it's not just hurting one person by Chris Perry losing the back of the draft. That kind of screws Paul Helms as well, because he's not going to have somebody else to go in there with him. But it's cards that are dealt right now, and it's a chance that you take by staying out there, not coming in to take fuel. But Mike Casey in the lead, Billy Rickett, Travis Noble, Zane Bierman, Jason Crispin for your top 5. Then you got Matthew Radford, Scott Henderson, Paul Helms, Matthew Jordan, and Brad Worley for your top 10. Once again, I want to thank everyone out there for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe, get you in touch with everything that Sierra has to offer. This week, we get to end it with 191, and then next week, we started with 191 as usual on Sunday night as we head to North Wilkesboro.
Yeah, North Wilkesboro in just a few short days.
And Renee, in case you were wondering, we did bookend it and have had just horrible weather here pretty much all week and extremely cold. But it wasn't just all music for us here. it was dealing with the kids being home, and then dealing with the kids being on the iPads on Tuesday, and then 2-hour delays the rest of the week. It was not fun out there, and Barry can certainly attest. But good to see Barry out there. Good to see Renee out there, and all the others that are always out here for 191. It's always usually a good lively crowd. I see Jess out there rooting on Justin. Hopefully the 28 gets a good finish for her tonight. I know it's been a little rough a couple times here, certainly for Justin. I see Xander out there and a few others. Thank you to everyone for tuning in again. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And thank you to One Vision Emails and Transports and Kim's Cups and more. Definitely, as Jimmy said, check them out on Facebook. With Kim's Cups with a K and more, and I mean pretty much anything you could think of, from cups to mouse pads to shirts to anything that you want custom made. There's already stuff on there that you can choose from, or you can have Kim custom make you something as well. And I believe she has all the pricing right there on the website, so you're not going to be shocked or surprised, and nothing is too crazy for sure. And really appreciate the partnership that they have here with 191, but also with us and some of the special events that we've done, and even sponsoring one of the series over in Core for a little bit as well. And really appreciate everything that they do over there. But this is now getting into getting the actual race time here, as we're on lap number 43, providing we got no more fat finger issues. Hopefully these drivers get a nice green flag run in here. Maybe we get to see some green flag pit stops, whether Paul Helms and Chris Perry want to hear that or not. I'm certainly looking forward to all those cars diving in there. You want to talk about the battlefield, Jimmy? That's the battlefield that always amps up, that battlefield of all coming in together.
Yeah, it's also my favorite. It kind of shows you who's kind of working together maybe, or following a certain driver. Like, if I see this car going in, I'm going in too. Type of ordeal. So I mean, but right now you can see them kind of starting to work. You see Levi Poland sticking his nose out there in the back along with Scruffy Jordan, and I think that's the number 28 of Justin Spengler back there. So 3 cars. I'm trying to make them move here on the outside, mix things up, and not a bad thing. Maybe they're going to stay out a little bit longer. I tend to like when I need to come in for fuel, at least be down there in that yellow line, or I like the yellow line anyways around the super speedways, but definitely when I still need to come in for a pit stop. I don't want to try to nose my way down in between a couple drivers just to come down in the pit entry. So and then coming in late, you can find yourself hitting the water barrier or something like that if you don't hit it correctly. So I just tend to be a little on the safer side, because I'm not super great with the pit entries and the oval cars. But right now it is Mike Casey leading the way, and the 91 of Levi Poland poking his nose on the outside here. You can look behind, you can see his compadres there, the 23, and getting a little loose, little bad bump there from the number 23. But trying to push that 91 forward.
Yeah, surprised to see still some 2 iRacing out here. Levi Poland leading the charge out there. Maybe trying to get up there and lead a lap and get that bonus point and kind of lock that in before he settles back in. Maybe he's just happy to be back with the group on the same strategy, and not going to try what he did earlier in the race again. He was the only one that came in and tried that, and like Jimmy said, it may have worked had he not got the pit road penalty. But all that is a race now, with the fat finger caution, as we'll call it, and he's back out here.
Was he the one in training?
Listen, it worked for him, so regardless, it works.
I mean, drivers, always trying to bend the rules a little bit, whether it's a Ross Chastain wall ride, or a Kevin Foster, cut through a corner and take the slow down to save fuel maneuvers. There's plenty of things that drivers will try to get away with, but obviously just bend the rules a little bit. If you're not bending them, you're not trying, right?
Exactly. You're not cheating, you're not trying, and it's only cheating if you get caught. So there's a lot of different ways you can look at it. Probably not the best fatherly advice, but speaking of that, there's certain times in a dad's life that you have those proud father moments, those moments that you have to just kind of stand back and smile. And I kind of had one of those over these past few days, because on one of the winter break, if you want to call it, days here with all the snow, we're looking around for another movie to watch, and my son wanted to watch The Sandlot, and it is now his new favorite movie. And anytime now we're watching a movie, it was for the longest time right with his sister, wanted to watch K-pop, Demon Hunters. It was a long-standing one here, and I'm sure they do, but I definitely know all the songs by heart at this point. But
Carl doesn't need a radio; he has them stuck in his head.
No, exactly. And when we're not watching K-pop, we have the Disney radio channel on Pandora, and half the time those songs are playing there too. So it was nice, change of pace. But the fact that he's fallen in love with The Sandlot, this makes me proud. And the fact that when we're in the car today and I had to go out to the store after the bus stop, asked them what they wanted to watch, and he originally was going to say something else, and he asked my daughter what she wanted to watch, and she said she wanted to watch the movie with the dog as well, which is Sandlot. So I'm just proud of both of them. That's raising them right.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in quite some time. Obviously, all my kids are kind of grown. Most of the kids are grown. Matter of fact, this weekend, my youngest one turns 11, and one of the six turns 23 or 24. 24. Almost, I'm losing track. The older they get, I lose track of how old they are, because they're like your friends, so you just it's their birthday. Just to kind of lose track exactly how old they are, but no, they definitely grow up. You'll get those moments repeatedly, but no more prouder than when they're born and when they move out.
Yeah, I don't think you necessarily want to hear any of us singing, Jenny, but I will tell you that we did have to slightly delay the start of tonight's broadcast, because Jimmy needed his little soda pop before we got going here. So that'll tell you, I think, everything you need to know right there. But a good race here. We're past the halfway point, and I think it's about time we listen to some other sweet music, and that's the sound of these engines rolling around Daytona. Give everyone out there in Sierra Nation a little love to hear it.
A little bit of love to hear. Do we want to, let's see, they're at 20. Well, they just took fuel. When did they come in?
Well, we haven't had a green flag run yet, so we're not really sure how long they can actually go on fuel.
We're in here in 23. All right, so we're going to be, we'll just start pitting. Well, I'll make sure to catch some camera views, but we'll get a little love to hear it in.
Well, we just witnessed something that I don't think we've ever seen here on Sierra N, and that is almost an entire group of cars coming into the pits. Black flag. Jason Chrisman, Zane Bierman, Tyler Miles, Matthew Radford, Justin Spengler. Well, Justin Spengler came in the lap before, but all black flags that they have to serve. And I mean, I was about to come back on and say, and I apologize to Jess out there because Justin had another unfortunate incident here, sliding through the entry and cost himself. But we had 4 drivers on that group coming into the pits, all get black flags. So I guess if they got something going for them, Jimmy, they can all come out together. They're going to all work together, but they're going to need a caution in a bad way, as now it looks like if this thing stays green, we only get a few cars out here with a chance to win this thing, and you're looking at 3 of them right here: Travis Noble, Bradley Worley, Michael Casey.
Yeah, as long as they work together, they'll pull away from Levi Poland. Levi Poland out of the draft right now, and kind of solo there, and no help for a while. If you look behind here from Levi, and it kind of stinks. And that pack back there will catch up. Will they catch up in time to help them catch up to Mike Casey? I don't know, because Mike Casey's really good this week. Paul Helms, you can see Levi Poland, Scruffy working together to try to catch back up, and a lot to go here. Billy Ricketts in there as well, and Scott Henderson. So and Tony Brennan. So definitely some help coming for that number 91 of Levi Poland, but has to be a little patient and wait for those drivers to catch up. But these drivers here, everybody must work together, including the top 3. Travis Noble, Bradley Worley, Michael Casey, looking for their podium spots here on out. And if they want a clear run, they're going to want to, work together. Don't foul each other. Push a little bit. Don't make sure you're doing clean pushes. Lifting a little bit in the corners so you're not drifting up the track a little bit. And you can see Brad kind of swirling around there a little bit, and he's probably holding it as tight as he can, but just obviously just relax and let the car do the work. Lift a little bit in the corner and follow Travis Noble around here. But biggest mover of the race, we haven't talked about it much because everybody's been hanging together. But since we stirred things up a little bit with that green flag pit stop, Travis Noble up 12 spots over the field here tonight. So being able to be one of those drivers starting the back and coming to the front. Bradley Worley is riding around in 8 spots up. And then one of your front runners there, Michael Casey, sitting in 3rd.
Paul Helms up 7 spots, and I mean, we talked about it under the love to hear and wonder if this group came in to kind of help out Paul Helms. Well, if it did, it certainly did. Or should I say, if they did come in to help him, it certainly worked out, because he's up there in 4th, back on the same pit strategy as everybody else. They will be good to go to the end of the race, so they don't need to come into the pits anymore here tonight. But will we go needed caution free? Because we've had 2 cautions here tonight, the comp caution and the fat finger caution. But we haven't had one because of wrecking yet. We're still, looking at a little bit over 20 laps to go. Not really go time just yet, but the fact that this field is spread out so much and that there's, little pockets of cars together, the chance of a caution are that much slimmer.
Yeah, pretty slim, and they know that they have to work with each other in order to get any gains or just maintain, so they don't go a lap down, and they're hoping that one of the other groups will wreck out. Bad push, fall asleep at the wheel, oops, I spilled my beer, whatever it may be. I'm trying to look for a run here, but you see looking for something. Is somebody going to be a sacrificial lamb? Seen a lot of things in the past, Carl.
You're saying you got the whole itchy arm situation again? See if that happens up here?
Yeah, itchy arm, itchy leg. Just make sure if you do it, you're going to hit the outside wall and not the inside wall off the racetrack.
Well, it's been a good one regardless. We've been out here for a little bit. I mean, the length that they're running here tonight is half the length of the Daytona 500. 100 laps here at Daytona is 250 miles. So this is a quite a long race, and it's taken until right about now to really see the field spread out because of the first and only green flag pit stop that they're going to make here tonight. We'll see how the rest of this race plays out. But once again, I want to thank everyone out there for tuning in here tonight. Hit that like, subscribe, get you in touch with everything that Sierra has to offer. But I mean, if it goes the way it's going right now, our poll for the who you got at the end of this thing, it's only going to be 3 drivers long.
Yeah, we still have, 20 laps is still a good amount of time out here on the track, and, good 15 minutes or so. And obviously Scruffy trying to push that 64 just a little bit faster here. Try to keep things going. You got the 23 and the 7 able to push that 64, and then obviously you got the Scott Henderson back there in the 72, 91, Levi Poland, and Tony Brennan in the 65 for your top 10. The 4 culprits have got black flags together are working together right now. They are nose to tail doing what they can to try to at least maybe get up there, but they are back I believe 30 seconds from Tony. Yeah, 30 seconds from Tony Brennan. So they've lost that much time on the track, coming down, and they were doing so well. And if they could have bingoed that stop, man, it would have looked good. So, but a mistake was made, and some of the other drivers are able to benefit from that, and that being the likes of like the 70 of Travis Noble, the 88 of Bradley Worley, Michael Casey as well. Being able to come up there, and they were the first ones to kind of come in. Paul Helms able to be up there as well with I was kind of worried about Scruffy coming there by himself, but was still able to kind of get out there and hook up with some of these drivers, and being in one of the bigger packs. They got 3 right here, and then just a little bit back there you got Levi Poland. So maybe Levi Poland said, hey, let me get on by and lead this thing here, and you push me or something. Because sometimes drivers will get there's people that are better pushers than others. Obviously there's better cars to be out front. It takes a little bit of teamwork between those 2 cars in order to make them go fast and forward. So Levi keeps poking his nose out there, trying to find that way to maybe at least get to the front of this pack. That would, if he got to the front here of this pack here, that would put him up in the top 4, which only be 1 position behind Mike Casey. So that wouldn't give much room for Mike Casey to earn any points here tonight, Carl.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, still quite a ways to go in this race. Heck, if we only had 5 laps to go, it'd still be quite a long ways to get to the end of this thing. But with 16 laps to go coming up here, it is still quite a ways to go. But I mean, the fact that we still got all 15 cars running is definitely a good showing as well. So congrats to all the drivers for the great driving out here tonight. And even I said it the other night, and it kind of came true, unfortunately. But if this thing ends up going caution the rest of the way, it's still been a heck of a good race for these drivers, going essentially 84 laps caution free here tonight. With the exception of the 2 that we had out there. So definitely good drive out here, but we need to figure out who's going to take the top spot here tonight. Will it be Travis Noble coming through with his first win of the season? We've got to take a look here. I don't know if Bradley Worley had a win this season. I know he did last season, but I believe this would be a first win for this season. Yes. So Bradley Worley and Travis Noble looking for their first wins. Michael Casey obviously up there looking for his second win after he won at, shocker, Talladega the last time we were at the Super Speedway. So we'll see if Casey's got what it takes here to finish this thing off at the end. But we're still got quite a ways to go here at Daytona to finish this thing off.
Yeah, just a few more laps here. This is 15 laps would be a pretty good sprint race, I think, here for Daytona. I mean, a lot can be accomplished in 15 laps. Moves from the back to the front, and and just as many wrecks in some cases for some leagues. But yeah, like Carl said, to kind of come out here and kind of drive this amount of time, this many amount of laps, 250 miles. I mean, the heck, that's probably more mileage for some that they don't drive that far to work. I mean, take me for instance. I mean, I work in my living room, so
I would hope you're not driving 250 miles to work.
I don't even put 250 miles on my
crappy commute.
Carl, I bought my truck 6 years ago. It's a 2013. It's in fantastic shape. It was a Southern truck, so there's no rust on it or anything like that. I bought it with 108,000. I paid it off last month, and there's 124,000 miles on it. I literally I didn't even put 20,000 miles in 6 years because I work from home. So, it's amazing. And that truck should last forever. So, it's definitely been a good vehicle. It's paid off. It's got low mileage. I was just like, oh, I paid it off. Let me go look and see what's out there. I'm looking at trucks that are like, obviously newer, like in the 2022 area, with like more mileage than my truck. And I'm like, yeah, I'll just keep it. Thanks. No, I think we're doing good there, but yeah, it's a lot of miles out here, especially with these long speedways. But some drivers like them. Some drivers like to run these super speedways, and to kind of get out here with a group of guys you kind of hang out with. I came in earlier, and Carl found me hanging out with the guys up there in the general room while they were setting up doing practice and stuff. They're just having a good time, Carl. There's joking around a little bit and having fun, and just being a group of fellas. Just getting ready for a race. So, they don't only like to, get out here and race. They hang out and they bullshit back and forth. So, yeah, good community if you're looking for somewhere to race here. Typically on Sunday nights. They do a lot of racing throughout the week as well, but on CRN we cover those Sunday nights. Yeah, good group, a good community. So if you're looking for a place to call home and hang out with some down-to-earth people, look up 191 Motorsports. And you can hang out with these drivers here. So I think we're missing a few here tonight, but they did get the majority of the drivers here tonight. So that, and they have great fans. So they're always out there.
That's what I was gonna say, Jimmy. You talk about joking around, having a good time, and harassing people. Well, that sounds like our CRN fans here for the 191 Motorsports, and yeah, right now we can get Barry here for the 6. You can get here to harass drivers shirt, and might as well get Scotty I'm here for the Wiggles shirt while we're at it. And certainly I'm sure Kim Enyer can hook you up with all 3 of those with Kim's Cups and more. But we're down to the final 10 laps of the race here at Daytona. Again, it's kind of a 3-car breakaway, as they got 7.5 seconds in between the top 3 back to Paul Helms, who leads the next group of about looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars with Paul Helms, Matthew Jordan, Tony Brennan, Levi Poland, Scott Henderson, and Billy Rickett. And then you got Zane Bierman rounding out your top 10, Jason Chrisman, Matthew Radford, Tyler Miles, Justin Spengler for your top 14. I see Chris Perry in pit lane, not coming back out, so he may not make a last second pit stop here to get this thing to the end of the race. But unfortunately, a few laps down for Chris Perry, so even cautions right now. I don't think we get him back in the race, but getting out here anyway and logging some laps and having some fun, hopefully.
Yeah, it's obviously just got to get out there and get some experience, and it's kind of what's needed in some of these tracks. Obviously, not able to pick up this group, and you see the other group kind of coming up on the number 34. So if he can position himself correctly, give him enough room, but pick up the draft here, maybe get a tag on to Billy Rickett. That would be the best place to be, and just kind of try to get in there and get in with that draft and start working the car. And if you find yourself in an uncomfortable situation, you can obviously let up. But right there, you can see the 64. It's gonna come. You got tagged because that closure rate was pretty high, and he ends up getting a bump there from the 64. 34 is going to get up on the wall and get out of the way, but losing control here.
We're good. We're fine. We can breathe again.
Okay.
Close one there.
Almost a caution. Sacrificial lamb almost achieved. Not what Travis Noble, Bradley Warrior, Michael Casey would want to see as they lead. Have that 7.5 second lead over this field here. That definitely lost momentum here. And I don't know, let's see, go look on Paul Helms to see if he caught any front end damage. If that's the case, those drivers might want to shift around here just a little bit with 7 laps to go. But it does look like this is the way it's going to be. 7 seconds with 7 laps. It's pretty much not going to happen. You can see down below they were gaining, a tenth, almost 2 tenths. There, that, and then they lost almost a half a second, having that kind of mix up with the 34. So they had some pretty good momentum. I don't think enough to get up to the front, Carl, but they were gaining ground, and they just lost a big chunk of it there. So tough break there for this group here. Still a good run here, so they'll be battling here for themselves for that 4th position. Your podium finishers, as long as they work together, it's just what order are they going to be in? I guess that's the question, Carl. Do you want to be the 70 of Travis Noble? Is Bradley Worley in a better position? Can the 6 get a good enough run to even poke his nose out to even get an opportunity to be there? Bradley Worley kind of in the best position, I think, to maybe get there, but Mike Casey might have something up his sleeve here for Daytona. As we have 6 laps to go. Travis Noble is your leader over Bradley Worley and Michael Casey. Your second group is Matthew Scruffy Jordan, Tony Brennan, Levi Poland, Paul Helms, Scott Henderson, and Bailey Rickett. Matthew Rafford and gang will make up the next group there. He's being followed by Tyler Miles, Zane Bierman, and Jason Crispin. And then Justin Spengler back there with him as well. But he finds himself I think he is a lap down. Let's see. Gap. There we go. Yep. Just Spengler 1 lap down, and Perry is 6.
Six laps to go here at Daytona. Actually, sorry, 5 laps to go at Daytona.
Oof.
And again, it is still green, and it's just a testament to these drivers. I know they're in some separate packs here, but they're definitely doing plenty of pushing here, and even sometimes doing what you shouldn't be doing out there, Jimmy, pushing the pusher. But I mean, they're out here certainly having some fun. A little sketchy at times, but top 3 still out there, waiting to decide who's going to win this thing. And I feel like they're playing all nicey nice right now. But, I mean, when you got a 3-car breakaway this far ahead of everybody else, you can kind of do what you want in that final lap and play gamesmanship and try and figure out who's going to finish in what order for the top 3.
Yeah, it's like, how do you get the, like in Michael Casey's case, how do you, get the 2 in front of you to allow you to get by? I mean, you don't have anybody to follow you. You have to get a good run, and then obviously Bradley Worley wants to win, so he's got to fend off the 6, but he also has to be aggressive on the 70. And then the 70, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna, how much is he gonna block? Because he slow up and take away their momentum. There's all kinds of tricks that you can do. So Carl says being in the front is not the place to be.
That thought, Jimmy, we've got a caution on the track.
Are you serious?
This thing is not over, and 100 laps is not going to be enough. We're going to go to overtime. We'll take a look back and see what happened here, and there it is. A push gone wrong between the 40 and 98. Bierman goes through the grass on the front stretch, but ultimately going to save it, going to bring out a caution.
Well, there goes a lot of everything we've been talking about. Throw that out the window. But here we are. We are going to get that late race caution as those drivers back there obviously fight for position back there for that top 10 spot. But now they're going to have the drivers not involved. They're going to get a chance. Justin Spengler, I think it's going to work out. I don't think he got involved at all. He'll get the lucky dog, Carl. That will put him on the lead lap. That will be 14 of the 15 cars on the lead lap. Or is he damaged? He ain't getting trouble. He didn't get.
Doesn't look like it. I mean, they have 2 fast repairs, so I'm sure he has one left. I don't think he got involved in anything else. I think he went through the grass just like Zane Bierman here. I see right here, yeah, cut through the grass. So I don't think too much at all, if anything. But now the question is, now with only green, white, checkered, do you come into the pits for tires? I mean, yeah, maybe you need to come in for fuel because maybe you're planning on this thing going to 100 laps and that's it. So maybe you need a splash of fuel. I doubt it. I think these drivers should be good to go. But it is
brake check.
Got a little spicy right there, catching up to everybody. But Jimmy, as this is Friday night lights for us here in the household, it's Pizza Friday. We get pizza every Friday night, and I know my son loves that Little Caesars cheesy bread, as does my daughter. I like their pizzas as well. So a lot of times we just double up and get that right there. But we do have a local pizza place that we go to that I think has the best pizza around. So we'll put it out there to Sierra Nation while we're looking at the different ways this thing is going to end. If it lets me.
Tell me you have Nardone's pizza.
Well, I have 3 choices here, but for some reason it's me.
You gotta have Nardone's.
Start a poll. So hold that thought, and I will try and figure out what's going on here because it's not letting me start a poll for whatever reason. So might need to refresh this thing here real quick. See if that works. It let me open up the poll, but it wouldn't let me actually start one. So let's try this again.
Will this be the last and final caution of the night? Or will we see another? It's been a great race so far. 1 hour and about 40 minutes in. You see some drivers coming in. Actually, a good portion of them. Few drivers staying out there. So, yeah, not quite sure. Maybe that, like you said, maybe just at least 2 tires. Oh, slide through the box. That's going to be some time. A lot of drivers coming in. Yeah, I see tires going up on one. A little splash of fuel for, I think, the 70. See tires going up to 55. 98 catching some tires. Yeah, Carl, I think some of these drivers listening in just a little bit, taking some tires for that extra comfort. Local pizza. I would have.
Yeah, there we go. Now we got our poll up there. So yeah. So what does it come down to? Is it the chain pizza restaurants like your Pizza Hut, Domino's, Little Caesars, etc.? Is it local pizza place, or is it box pizza? You just like to heat that thing in the oven at home and enjoy a little pizza and a movie or something like that. I know certainly my choice for pizza would probably be the local pizza place. There's something about it just it tastes good. But the convenience of getting what my kids like and just getting a pizza there as well. A lot of times it just ends up being the chain restaurant. But I'd like to see what everybody out there in Sierra Nation thinks. What's your go-to for Pizza Friday?
Well, being from a guy that's from Pennsylvania, we had a pizza place that was pretty much local, and now I know it's a smaller chain, but the Grotto Pizza was actually pretty good up there. And then, but for as far as box pizzas go, I see you got Elio's and like DiGiorno, but again, being a guy from the Northeast PA region, there is a box pizza up there called Nardone's.
Yes, and I do agree with you. I tried to go with the ones that are maybe more well known with the Elias DiGiorno, but yes, I do agree with you on that.
I think you forget that I'm from your area. That's where I grew up.
Etc.
Yeah, Nardone's. Yeah, we think about it pretty much occasionally. And last time I was up in visiting Pennsylvania, obviously. I had a family member, passed away. But on my way home, I had a cooler with me, and I brought back like 6 boxes of Nardone's and 3 or 4, or I think it was 5 cases of Birch beer soda. Something that you don't get down in this neck of the woods. So I mean, there's just a few things when you're from certain areas of the United States. Or if you were to go to another country and you've had something unique. There was actually I know a guy that I used to work with. His son started a business, and it was called Snack Crate. And what he did was used to pick up snacks from different countries, and he'd put them in a box, and there was like a subscription to it. And this young kid made a couple $1 million doing that. But he got the idea from his dad when his dad was in the Marines, and he would send him home snacks from other countries. And he took that idea and he turned it into a business. And he does other things as well now, but yes, he's the owner, operator, CEO of Snack Crate, and definitely took an idea that his dad gave him from when his dad was a Marine and used to send him home snacks when he was out on deployments.
Yeah, I thought I remembered Justin at one point talking to him that he did say guys are from PA, and I did forget about that. So little PA flavor there. We'll see what Justin can do now that he's finally caught back up to everybody. The black flag drivers are now back in the mix of this thing. I mean, we had so many drivers with black flags. It was kind of crazy. But now they're all saved. Everybody is up there, and it looks like Chris Perry may be done for the night. I don't see him out there on the track anymore. So it looks like it's going to be down to 14. Pace car is off. Green flag back in the air. Green, white checker time here at Daytona. And we've got a big wreck in turn number 1. And that is the big one right there. Is everyone involved in this one except for, let's see, one car sneak through there with Tony Brennan, the only one not involved in this wreck. Now, again, the drivers do have 2 fast repairs to be able to use. But is that actually the end of the race?
Yeah, I think when I clicked the button, we missed the lap.
well, let's go ahead and rewind it back to the green flag, and we'll relive it. Tony Brennan, your winner. Spoiler alert. But if you go on the SDK, Jimmy, if you go up to the green flag, you can double click on that, and we can start right from there.
Yeah, we can do that.
And here's your green white checker. Spoiler alert to everything that just happened right there.
Yeah. Where is that? What?
Looks like I want 132 12.47 is what I have. If that helps you. There we go. So all right, so pace car is off, ladies and gentlemen. Ready to go back to racing here. Daytona. Definitely want to show you the green white checkered action here as there you go. Drivers back on the loud pedal. And 14 cars charge off to turn number 1, looking for the win. You see Tony Brennan. I keep an eye on the number 65. See what he does here.
I have a strong suspicion.
It's my pick. I'm putting some money down on the 65 right here, boys and girls. You see off on the backstretch, Matthew Scruffy Jordan was up there looking to get the Daytona sweep here and get both wins at Daytona. Had the lead on the backstretch. You see Brennan pushing that number 6 into turn number 3, the 70 on the outside of Travis Noble, pushing the 23 of Matthew Jordan out of the corner. And Jordan would lead him to the white flag. Actually, yeah, it was Travis Noble by about a bumper on the inside as the 70 ducked down there. You see the 7 blinking back there, and that actually may have caused some caution to begin with. Not caution, but you see some more wrecking in the back there behind us. You've seen the 55 of Zane Bierman come up to Justin Spengler. This was the battle down the backstretch. We still had about 8-9 cars in the mix. Mike Casey goes to the outside to try and get a run, and then comes down, hook, 70 hard impact, and then you see the rest of the field behind Tony Brennan, all wrecking. And Brennan gets to drive away with this one and take the win. Second place, eventually limping across the line, blinking across the line. Right there,
really,
just getting Matthew Jordan at the line by 17 tenths of a second, 0.17 at the line. Matthew Jordan going to come home in third. Paul Helms will come home in 4th. Levi Poland, after everything he went through here tonight, beats Mike Casey after all. He finishes in 5th. Mike Casey finishes in 6th. Then it's Bradley Worley, Matthew Radford, Zane Bierman, Justin Spengler for your top 10. Scott Henderson, Jason Chrisman, Travis Noble, Tyler Miles, and Chris Perry round out the 15-car field. So you get to see the ending, and then you get to see the full ending here on Sierra. We try not to disappoint. We try to show you everything. So we apologize for not being live there, and then we went live, and we had to go back. But either way, we got the finishing results here tonight. We're going to get our top 3, well, at least 2 out of the top 3, because I know we never get to talk to Billy Rickett. He still didn't get a win, but he got 2nd here once again. But 3rd place here tonight is going to go to the 23 of Matthew Jordan. Matthew, you try to go for the Daytona sweep here this season. You had the car just about in the lead at the white flag, just by a bumper you were behind, but you were right up there. Did you feel like, you know what, I can do this here again?
Yeah, I thought maybe there might be a chance when we got that late caution, and I was hollering. I was just like, dang, that's right. Thank you for an opportunity to finally be able to get 2 Daytona wins this season. That would have been great. But
yeah, you came in by yourself, and we and Jimmy were like, "Ooh, that's not good at all." I mean, your first happy moment had to be the fact that you came out there and there was a group to run with.
Yeah, well, okay, so my all teams was not on, and I did not hear Paul or anybody in front of me that was directly in front of me say that they were pitting. And whenever they were pulling off, it was too late. I couldn't check up quick enough without running into Paul or one of them other ones. And me and Justin were working with each other, trying to get something going out there on the outside, try to get some folks to come out there on the outside so we get back up to the front. So, yeah, but it is what it is.
I mean, I know you're going to blame it on the damage here, but really, you couldn't get a 2nd place here. You had to lose it by
I know.
seconds at the line.
I told Billy as soon as we crossed the line, I told him, I said, man, you don't know how bad it was for it. I just wanted to turn right just as soon as I saw you, but I didn't. I'm just not that way. I'm not gonna ruin a man's race like that.
Well, he might have blinked 3. He was blinking a little bit throughout the race. So he might have just, flicked the off switch for a second and crossed the line and then flicked it back on. But
yeah.
Either way, you get yourself a podium, and anytime you get a podium at these super speedways, it's definitely a win. So congrats on the finish here tonight. Who do you give a shout out to or thanks to?
My mom, my dad, the Lord above, my wife and kid, and 191, all the guys at 191. Everybody's great. Thank you, Paul, for pushing me, and thank you for Justin with working with me, and all the rest of the guys that I work with, Mike, and all the rest of the guys. And everybody ran a really clean race tonight, and thank you for you guys and all our sponsors and Kim's Cups and more, and I'm sorry, I can never remember the other one.
One Vision.
My brain just went.
One Vision.
Yeah, One Vision. Thank you. One Vision. Yeah, One Vision. And it's always fun to come here on Sundays and race my heart out.
Well, it was on a Friday night here. This time,
Friday night. Yeah. I don't know. My days are so messed up right now. I can't tell you.
All good, buddy. We'll see you in 2 days. Hopefully, we get to talk to you in 2 days if you get a podium up there at North Wilkesboro.
We'll see. I'm not good at short tracks, but yeah, we'll see.
Flat tracks. They're just flat tracks.
Yeah, flat tracks. Yes, sir.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
But either way, congrats on the 3rd place here tonight.
Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
That is your 3rd place finisher here tonight, the 23 of Matthew Scruffy Jordan. 2nd place finisher here tonight, Billy Rickett. And that's the end of his interview because he doesn't like.
Good evening. Good night. Oh, see you later, Billy.
One of these days, he's gonna get a win. We're gonna get to talk to him.
I'm gonna just pull him out, why he's down there before the end of the race. Just yank him up in the booth.
He's gonna be the in-race reporter for the rest of the season.
Every race.
Our 1st place finisher here tonight is gonna be the 65 of Tony Brennan, and I'm wondering if maybe he needs a shower or something like that because it seemed like he wanted to turn 3, and there's nobody else that wanted to be anywhere close to him. So I don't know what was going on, but your winner here tonight, the 65 of Tony Brennan.
Tony!
The sea
Jimmy.
split, there it was. That was fun.
Jimmy Carl up here in the booth. Welcome, man. You get it done here tonight. Some awesome racing. I know they were busting your chops just a little bit. I did hear that Starbucks was going to be your next sponsor, but either way, you bring that 65 to the win here tonight. Give us a rundown of your race, man. I mean, I know it was kind of maybe through the middle, but definitely livened up at the end.
Yeah, I was just trying to hold on and stay around in the draft till the end and see what happened at the end. Something like that was exactly what I needed.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those tracks where a lot can happen, in the at any time. And you could see, like if you look in your rearview mirror, I think I don't know if there was one car that didn't wreck besides yours.
I seen him going. I was like, oh boy, here we go.
Well, it's a good one here. You get to live it out for a couple days here as you get to get back on the track at a much different style of racing. So how you feeling? Your odds are here on Sunday.
50-50. I'm just glad to be here with these guys. A bunch of guys here to race with. I've been having a good time. I'm just glad to get a first win, and we'll see. We'll roll in that Sunday and see what happens.
Well, hopefully that 65 could turn the corners like it did here tonight and get yourself another win. Make sure you hold up whoever said they were going to make you that paint scheme and get that basic one off of there and put you some real sponsorship on there. So either way, we want to say congratulations up here in the booth and from not only us to all the fans that were out there watching and give you some time for any shouts you might have in that number 65.
And thank you guys for doing this. I love you guys doing this. This is a really good time with you guys. I'm glad you broadcast this.
Well, we appreciate the shout outs, man. Yeah, it's something we enjoy doing, putting on so the drivers can go back and rewatch us and share this time with friends and family and whatnot. So again, man, thanks for putting on a great show and showing up here tonight, running these 100 laps and finishing as the first place winner here at Daytona. And we'll let you go celebrate with your friends and family.
Thank you much, guys.
Yes, sir.
That is your winner, the 65 of Tony Brennan. And once again, I want to thank One Vision EMS and Transports for the sponsorship, as well as Kim's Cups and More, as they are your one-stop shop for all your apparel needs, whether it's a custom 20-ounce tumbler to fill with your favorite post-race beverage, a 40-ounce glitter tumbler for your morning coffee, or maybe Starbucks coffee for your winner here tonight of Tony Brennan. After you're up all night celebrating that win, or custom clothing apparel with your favorite team sponsor, or maybe your favorite broadcasters.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, custom license plate for your everyday ride, even mouse pads to help you rearrange that pesky new UI. You can choose from already created products or have them custom made to your liking, whatever your pleasure. Kim's Cups and More has it all. Check them out on Facebook today. That's Kim's Cups with a K and more. I want to thank everyone out there for tuning in here tonight. This was definitely a fun and enjoyable one here at Daytona, but you're only going to have to wait 2 days till CRN is back, until 191 Motorsports is back as well, because we're here Sunday night at North Wilkesboro for the next race in line. Hopefully they start practicing already, because North Wilkesboro is not easy. I mean, you got uphills and downhills on the straightaways. It's basically a road course built within a half mile. So we'll see who's got the hot shoe for that one. But that's going to do it for myself and Jimmy from the Daytona International Speedway. We'll see you at the track.
Peace.